It is time to react and to discover together the Rolex and Tudor novelties, because the industry says it's all about Rolex and Tudor. So what's the deal with this Watches and Wonders event?
Tell them to watch it. Now I ain't talking my pockets, just know we ain't running out the way that we stock it. If I got it, you got it. If I call it, she slide and tell her to mop it. Yeah, I got that on. Then she took that thing off and bring it around. Going at it till I'm on. Put that 90 in a hole, I'm beating it down. I'm back in that bag again. Whoa, whoa. Oh, say less. I'm back in that bag again. Yeah, yeah. Oh, say less. I'm back in that. Yeah. What you doing? Yeah, yeah. I'm back in that. Hey, where you going?
Hey, hey, back in that bag again. Don't bring me around your friends. You know that I'm bagging them. Request me on Facebook, no, I ain't adding them. Positions I had her in. Hit from the back, that was splattering. Calling her friends.
Everything was for the sake of the show, because the majority of the releases are not that exciting. Here's why. The most exciting release is actually the Tudor Black by 54, not 58. This is precisely a more accurate version of the Tudor Oyster Prince Submariner. And here we can spot the similarities of the Oyster Prince Submariner through the bezel, the size obviously, and the gilt dial. What I don't like is the fact that they kept the modern bottom labeling instead of the smiley face one. But more exciting, I find the rubber combo with the end links and a dedicated adjustable stainless steel clasp. This is a type of a watch which I honestly want. I find it super exciting, so I will rate it with 9 out of 10. The second most exciting release must be the Rolex Explorer 1 in 40mm. People wanted this size. Probably the demand for the 35.5mm version was disappointing from the figure's perspective. No real value retention on the grey market, so it was re-released in 40mm. They updated this model with the latest caliber and the latest chromalite display. But what I am afraid is that, with this scale, the soul of this tiny adventurous watch will lose from its charm. I think 40mm with an open dial, it's quite big for a field watch. So I will rate this model with 8.5 out of 10 because of the uncertain wearability on the 40mm scale. The third most exciting release must be the Oyster Perpetual with the celebration motif. A quirky version for people that appreciate colored dials. This is a severe contradiction of the sober designs of the brand, probably targeting the younger audience which can spare 7K for such a statement watch on the wrist. This model is released in 3 dimensions in 31, 36 and 41mm. And overall I would consider that this is an 8 out of 10 because I would put my name on the list for such a model. Rolex marked the 60th anniversary with the Cosmograph Daytona in platinum, with an ice blue dial and surprise with a transparent caseback. The brand wanted to highlight their 4131 movement, which is obviously very well decorated, but this time it feels like they copied from Omega the anniversary release's approach with the open caseback, with a focus on the movement as well. Although this is a new release for the entire line, the rest of them remain the same in the same size, with small adjustments on the dial and the bezel, but with closed casebacks. So I will rate this launch with a 7 out of 10. It's a beautiful watch, but ridiculously unattainable and expensive. The new GMT Master 2 is very heavy, not necessarily because of the gold material, but as information and contrast. I think the bicolor version looks cool, but for some reason I wouldn't wear such a watch at my age. So I will not focus that much on this model and I will rate it with a 7 out of 10. Good watch, but not for me. The next one is the Tudor Black by GMT with an white dial. From my side it's a no, and I will buy a Timex Q with a Pepsi bezel and a white dial and I will laugh from the side. If it's the same thickness and the same height, it's a pass. People wanted something else Tudor, and I honestly hope that they will get rid of this model. From my perspective, knowing the model, I will rate it with 6 out of 10. The next Tudor is the Black by 41, which is a double no from my side. They came up with a Jubilee version, but as well in the same size, the same height and the same thickness. And this will wear like a 43mm diver, but probably more comfortable because of the Jubilee bracelet. Tudor, please shut down the 41mm line, nobody likes it anymore. Overall, I will rate this release with a 5 out of 10. Tudor Royal. Ignore, but the Tudor Black by 36 comes in 4 sizes. A fairly decent watch. Apparently they milked the Jubilee bracelet for this year, which is a nice addition to the line. They came up with new colors, which in my opinion are still too faded, and trending wise they should have come up with bright and more in-your-face colors. I would try a 36mm version to see how it fits, but overall this new edition doesn't close the gap between the Explorer and the Black Bay. I will rate this release with 6.5 out of 10. The Rolex 1908 is a surprise to me because the brand does not look to the past when they release new models. So this feels well sized at 39mm with small seconds and a transparent case back, unveiling the new caliber 7140 with a skeletonized rotor. Sadly, this is available only in precious metal, so not in my range for the future. I will rate this watch with 7 out of 10, encouraging them to reissue vintage models. The Yachtmaster. That bezel. Indeed, the Yachtmaster needed something, not sure what, but it happened. This Yachtmaster came up on an RLX titanium, so a new alloy proposed by the brand. The embossed bezel was muted as well, so looks like a decent addition. Titanium? That's quite exciting. However, we have to understand if a scratch titanium case hold its value as a stainless steel one. Otherwise, all the dealers needs to be experts in polishing titanium. Good luck with that. That is it, guys. I've been missing a few hours from work, so